I don't know what was taking so long, children. I am so sorry. But we are here to do this reality recap. How you doing? And I've been listening to some auntie throwback jams. Who's watching? Hey, girl. The way this face is looking because she fell asleep on her makeup. Okay. All right. Hey. Girl, I was in here singing that good old Rock the Boat. It sounded like somebody,
Yes.
some old auntie singing while she cleaning.
Yes.
Hey now. Ooh,
Hey,
look at all these people. Hey y'all.
Hey, Bev.
Welcome to the parts.
Oh,
Hey.
that's my cousin. Hey, Bonnie.
What is the deal?
Wait, who was that?
Let me back this up. Okay.
Reality recap.
Yes, honey.
What a
Awesome.
mess.
All right, what's going on so I can see you? Okay. So, what's up, everybody? We are back to do another reality recap of all of the past week's reality TV trash. We're doing the OWN Network specials, of course, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and all things Bravo Sphere this week. So, RHOP and I don't know what the abbreviation is for the Utah chicks, but them too.
SLC.
All right. Salt Lake City, that's right. Thank you. So, what are you drinking, my dear?
Water. It's just water again, y'all. I'll be back.
I am tired of you. I'm tired of you.
I'll be back to the getting back. Okay. All right.
So sorry. Oh, but for the girls that be asking, lip combinations. Yeah. I am wearing a little drugstore special. So we have here, and she ain't got her glasses on, right? So we is really struggling to see this.
Oh, boy.
It says, more taupe. More taupe with a throwback MAC lipstick called Siss that you can no longer purchase. And some chestnut lip liner. So there you go. Baby girl can't see, honey. The struggle is real.
Monica asked if I'm still in recovering from my birthday shenanigans, and I said yes, I am. That's why I'm over here drinking water and living right for now.
Ghetto. Anyway, so I'm still having my grapefruit mimosa, basically. So
did you drink the whole bottle?
Well, yeah, now. It's a small bottle, okay? Don't be trying to make me sound like I'm a lush.
Ooh, all right, girl.
She is not. Don't do that. Hello, bitch. That's why we went to sleep.
All right. All right. Where are we going? Where are we starting?
Let's do the boring new people, SLC.
Do we have to? They were just boring. I love that they started the whole shenanigans off with her
trying to get the F on. Okay, she got that phone call that good. You better leave the house.
Getting the tip off.
They coming to get you.
They coming to get you. Oh my God, the federales was right at her house.
Not the federales.
Oh, you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
She was like, "Take off my mic," and the girl was like, "What? Huh?
Can you turn this off?"
And baby girl was like, "I'm sorry, guys. I have to go," and proceeded to just exit stage right. And hopped in that pickup truck, and then 2 minutes later, it was the damn federales.
The federales, they was raiding the house. We got a warrant. Knock, knock. Taking crates of boxes and crates of paperwork out of the house. I'm like, Lord, she was really in on some mess.
Okay, and then apparently So the super trailer leaked, and basically, or not leaked, but they showed it, and basically there's a scene where Jen Shaw's, who we're talking about if you don't watch the show, she is screaming at Meredith, I think. I don't know.
I can't tell Meredith and Lisa apart sometimes. I be getting them confused.
But Meredith looks, well, one of them looks really old, and the other one is like hot, young, and popping. Like, in terms of how she looks. The other one, she look old boots.
They look the same to me. They look exactly the same to me, Joe.
Well, either way, she was screaming at her because she was like alleging that homegirl had something to do with her getting arrested.
Hate to see it.
My girl. Oh, what is on your lips, friend? I didn't say it, but you didn't say.
Oh, I don't know. Baka. Baka.
Not Baka.
Baka is Bacca by Stila.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
What else happened on Salt Lake City? What you call it? Whitney dropping that cake like 3 times.
Girl, I was like, that's drunk. That's drunk.
And the first 2 times when she tried to put it back together, I was like, Whitney, you should have just left that down there. And then she got outside and dropped it again. Dang, Whitney.
I'm like, girl, who finna eat that? Ew. And then she was like pulling it off the wall, but that was drunk. She was literally like, it wasn't, everything wasn't happening in real time for her. She was literally like frog squat on the floor trying to pick up the stuff that she dropped. Crazy. Then you have the scene where Jen is talking to Lisa. I don't know.
Lisa is her only friend.
So you have that scene, and basically how that plays out is Jen is talking about how she almost got divorced from her husband. I'm like, girl, everybody was getting left, in the pandemic.
It was. Hey, Jamal. We're talking reality recap. Everybody was. And then Jen was saying that she and her husband were about to split up, but that was because she was doing all of that carrying on after his oh, thank you.
Thanks.
But yeah.
Oh, Black girl magic. Hello.
I forgot what I was saying, child. Oh yeah,
I'm real goofy today, as evident.
She was real divorced, getting ready to get a divorce because Sharif was tired of her crap.
Like all of that yelling and screaming and carrying on, and that was with your castmates that I'm assuming that you didn't really know all that well. So if you're doing that with all of these people, I'm sure you giving him hell at home.
Yep. And then everybody was saying it was probably she knew she was doing some illegal activities. That's why she was acting all crazy.
My girl, well, she was trying to make sure she collect that check. That's what you're saying.
No, like that she was under so much pressure because she knew she was being fraudulent.
And the shade is
like her little conscience was eating her up, child.
I mean, everybody learns in their own time. But like at the same time, I feel like I don't know that like all that outrageousness, I don't think the two equate, basically. It don't make sense to me.
Okay. That's a fair assessment.
I think that that's just her personality. Because like the person that's showing up now, at least off of the episode 1, the person that's showing up now is very like seeming like docile and wanting to like represent herself reintroduce herself to the group and saying that like she needs her friends and whatever else have you. So I guess we're gonna see how all that plays out.
It's
gonna be sticking up on this side of my head because I was asleep.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm not gonna lie, I did lay down for a minute.
Hey, hello, we got off that meeting and went to bed. That's what we said we was doing.
I was tired, y'all. I was emotional and tired. What else? I mean, it's just
That's it. Well, we find out about weird ass Mary and her living arrangements.
It was just
that podcast situation with the man that was hey Martavis that was praying like they was getting ready to give service on the podcast.
Like, and Mary was like, don't gotta be that much.
Like, it's not necessary. But then she did it slightly. Like, girl, what are you talking about?
It was lightweight, the prayer that she did.
Yeah, but it was still with the same energy. Like, we finna go in here and raise God. Like,
yeah.
What is going on?
So I'm curious to see how Jen handles this whole situation with the with her indictment on TV and stuff, because Erica is not handling it well. So I'm curious to see what Jen is going to give.
I feel like we need to have a whole little corner of conversations for like the illegalities of the housewives. I
just kind of don't want to watch somebody crumbling again. Like, it's been tough enough to watch Erica going through it, but this thing with Jen, I'm kind of like, and the seasons are back to back and actually overlapping at this point, and I'm kind of like
tapped out. I feel you, but like, because this is like, to your point of the conversations that we had before, I think it's a Lucy where we're talking about like the Housewives universe. It's because I don't necessarily relate to those two groups. It's like, this is entertainment, even though this is their life. Like, but at the same token, they're filming a reality show for the purposes of entertaining the public. So I'm just kind of like, so what else happened?
That is correct. All right, we can move on because that was boring. Martavis is here. Let's do Love and Marriage Huntsville.
All right, so where do you want to start?
Martavis, what did you think about the episode? Tell us in the comments what you thought about the episode. I thought it was kind of boring.
Yeah. She was
I will say this though. Tisha and Marsau really ran me hot about the whole Jalen situation and about him. They're like, their whole staff quit and they weren't at their own restaurant. Like, that's y'all's establishment. That's not Jalen's establishment. Okay. Martavis says he's behind. But like, that is not Jalen's establishment. That's y'all's establishment.
Yeah. He don't need to, like pull it out, get it out the mud or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Like, what his role is to be managing this environment. But hell, he's not even equipped to do that. And then you all promised that you would get him help, and then the help never comes. And then you all don't show up when the bottom drops out. Like, that's insane to me.
Yep.
Hey, welcome to the party.
And Martavis said they love to use him as a scapegoat though, and I think that's really what it is. Like, they didn't set things up properly. Now they're trying to push everything off on him, push all the responsibility off on him, and it's like, that's not how it works when you own your own business. When you own your own business and something is going wrong, you are expected to show up. And if your whole staff quit, it's a reason why your whole staff quit. First of all at once, weekend before a holiday, and second of all,
I'm like, that's money time. So it makes absolutely no sense that all the staff, kitchen and management included, just decided to up and walk out when you really making good money. It was Father's Day weekend, according to the show. So I'm like, since when do we just walk away from money on the table? Like, y'all must not be running a good business. And you cannot put that on the young man. What's his name? Jalen. Yeah, you can't put that on him because it's not his fault. You put him in a position to play a role that he's not qualified to do. So that shit is on you.
And then they were acting like they were trying to do him, they were doing him some sort of favor. And I'm just like, you're not though. You're not. Hey, Renee. I'm like, you really were not doing him any favors. If you really wanted to do him a favor and do him a solid, you would have hired properly and hired an actual GM and let him be the assistant and get the experience. Exactly. That's what you should have done. But y'all were trying to cut corners, and now you're trying to make him out to be ungrateful. And it's like, that's not what's happening here.
What I also speculate too is that they probably shopped around for a general manager and saw what the rate was.
The going rate.
We're like, oh, well, we'll just put Jalen in this role.
Yep.
As opposed to hiring someone in who was qualified and deserved the pay that you are now going to have to come up with, because eventually Jalen is going to walk. I can't imagine that he's going to stay in this position knowing that he needs help. He's not getting help. The communication is bad from the owners. And then you constantly having to, you know, run around behind people that's walking off the job. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
He's
about
gonna
the
burn out.
employees.
If
It's
nothing
about
else,
top down. Like, y'all gotta fix that.
he's gonna burn out for sure.
He
For
probably,
sure.
the child, truth be told, because they film these shows, what, almost a year out from when they air them. So truth be told, he probably don't even work there no more.
Probably not. And you know, him and Kimmi were doing the flipping a property, so they probably took that little money and was like, okay, girl, Jalen, you don't got to do that with them people no more. Kimmi looked like she was about to be tired of all of them people and was about to tell all of them where to go.
Warn the F out, okay? Warn the F out. And I don't blame her. Like, so, hold on. Before we get there, let's talk about Lewis, Tiffany's husband.
Oh, when Maurice pulled up on him. Oh, he had a whole different tune from the back line with the riding lawnmower. He had a whole different attitude because he looked like he was getting froggy at that point. But when Maurice pulled up on him, he was like, "Oh no, we good." No.
Like, are you good? Are you sure about that?
Are you sure?
Like, for real? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because it seems more like you want to be in with the cool kids, so you just gonna, you know, appease your wife and appease the cool kids. Like, oh yeah, it's fine. But then on the other end, no, he should have did all that, baby. You know, like, because I don't want to hear nothing else about it. But then over here, like, yeah, no, we good. Yeah, we gonna come out to Vegas. Like, which one is it, boo?
Which one is it? So that was them. These episodes was really dry.
They were. So it's not, we might really be running right on through all of this.
So we did our best. But no, Kimmi at that pool, baby, Kimmi was like, listen.
Before they even got to the pool.
Y'all. Huh?
Before they even got to the pool, because that started in the kitchen. It
started in the kitchen, but it felt a little different in the kitchen because it was with Martell and Marsau, who obviously they have their own relationship and their own banter with. But once Tiffany came into the mix and put her mouth once again where it did not belong.
Always in the mix, and then nobody asked for you.
Then Kimmi got real hot. I feel like she started, and then she was kind of like, okay, this is actually not funny. And it was like, Martell, you are the one that said that, and you made that up. So
and Marcel was like, no, Marsau said this to me, and that's where I got it from. Mm-hmm. And then Marsau just sitting there on the side of the pool, like, I mean, yeah, I said it.
Looking like a clown.
He's such a jerk. I'm just like,
he is a jerk.
When he wins you over for like 2.5 seconds, he comes right behind it and gives you that chauvinistic jackass that he is.
Mm-hmm. every single time.
But the thing that that bothered me probably the most is that all these people are sitting here saying that she's a side chick, and she is now at the point of now having to defend herself, but her husband was sitting right there who didn't say shit. Mm-hmm. Now, while I understand there might be some alcohol involved and he was a little inebriated, like, this has been going on too long.
And he seems to be able to speak up for everybody but Kimmi. That's what's getting on my nerves.
That part. Yeah. And like to the point of like the conversation that Melody was having with Destiny last week, just because you think that your friend or your spouse is capable enough to defend themselves and tell what the story actually is, doesn't mean that it's not required of you as their friend or their partner to say, hey, chill the fuck out.
Right. Exactly.
Like, flag on the play. This is not okay.
Exactly. Totally agree with you.
So like, he might mess around and be wifeless. Divorce number 2.
And speaking of people who about to end up with no spouse, Tisha better stop letting Wanda be all in her ear. Ms Wanda is the author of confusion.
Okay. Coming out here talking about the way she did that though. They was harping on Jalen.
Yeah.
Then like they wrapped that up after Kimmi was like, well, how would you feel if I said that you had a side baby, or if I was going around talking about that? Then he, of course, the jackass was like, it's funny to me, whatever. But then, like, Tisha jumps in and was like, oh, well, as if to have, like, something to say. It wasn't even like this is a conversation that don't need to be had in the group.
Definitely.
But so, here you go again, loud and wrong, with bad information. And now you're telling everybody, including the town crier, who was Tiffany, that your mother has said that Kimmi done came and cussed her out and told her to shut the F up and, you know, get out of here or whatever else have you. Making up all these fairy tales. And that's not actually what happened at all. So it's like, instead of, like, she's just not slick about hers. Like, you could come to your friend or your sister and ask her, it is a gnat flying around here. Like, what is going on? But you can come to your friend or your sister and ask her, like, what is the deal? I heard some things had transpired and I want to hear from your side of the story as to what it was.
This gnat, though.
This is so country right now, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Back up off me.
But yes, so I feel like she should have, especially because she know Ms Wanda lie. And she's like, well, what am I? I'm not supposed to believe my mother. No, she's a liar.
You know your mama be putting 10 on 20, and then especially when it comes to your own relationship. So my thing is like, girl, if you know your mom is forever doing the 10 on 20, why is it that you always believe what she says and then you run it back to whomever she's saying it about? You know for a fact that your mom coming back,
and then every time they say it to you, ma'am, I didn't say that. So, like, at a certain point, you have to realize that who the common denominator is. And the common denominator is Ms Wanda. Ms Wanda, the one that always be saying something loud and wrong.
But you know what? That's an inherited trait. She got that from her mama.
It's just a shame.
She just but you know what? Her and Marsau is two peas in a pod. Just when you be on her side for 2.5 seconds, she come and fuck it up with the dodo birdness of it all.
I'm rarely on TV. I'm gonna just be honest with you because I don't think she's bright.
Same, but last episode she gave us like, you gotta chill, that's disrespectful, and she checked her mom. So at that point I'm like, okay, the wheels are turning, you know.
No,
she may have hold on, wait, let me get there.
No,
she may have gotten to the point in life of self-awareness, you know, just a little bit later in life. You know, she's getting there now, and she's seeing both on television and in real life how her mother manipulates her. Maybe not so much how Marsau and everybody else does, but she's seen it for her mother, and she had something actually relevant and good to say about it.
She had something relevant and good to say about it, only to the extent that it was affecting her family and her household. But she still runs every single thing back. If she was really self-reflective, she would not be running this information back, forth, and sideways. My thing is, it was giving me very much a broke clock is right twice a day. Like, like she hasn't, her track record is not up to the point where I'm getting ready to go to bat for Tisha about anything. A broke clock is right twice a day. And that's all I can say about Tisha. She was right that one time. And she ain't been right no more this whole season, as far as I am concerned.
I mean,
or rarely.
She's never right, clearly. But to your reference, you know, she got it right once thus far. Yeah. I don't think there was anything else that was done well.
That's not a pattern.
You agree with me, or you agree with Can?
That's not enough of a record to see a change of behavior.
Oh no, I don't think so at all. But like, to the point of me saying, like, you know, I feel like Marsau has given us more glimpses of hope here and there. Like, he got some common sense. Yes. But it's that misogyny that always creeps up back in there
every single time.
Take it out.
Mark Davis said she's never right. Tisha's never right. So yeah. What else? Anything else happened last episode? No, child, it was boring.
Wait, no. I'm always talking about people's wigs in these shows.
Oh.
You know I'm always talking about somebody's wig looking crazy.
Melody and Destiny haven't showed up yet. Martell is there being delusional per usual.
The conversation about like cheating or threesomes or something like that happened either in the house.
Oh yeah.
And at the jacuzzi. And Kimmi was like, either it was Kimmi or it was Tisha, one of them had said something like he is one to talk about the cheaterization of it all. Well, this is me paraphrasing, but like he's one to talk about the cheaterization of it all. But like again, what'd you say? A broke clock is right twice a day.
Yeah, my favorite phrase.
I just was like, bruh, I'm gonna need you to shut the hell up. And I think Kimmi was more so on the team of like, just shut the hell up. Like, because clearly, if you were cheating well, then you wouldn't have had to worry about being on the outside.
But he said something else, and I was like, what? He was like, it's only cheating if your partner doesn't know. Did you catch that?
I did not.
So I'm like, oh, so all of the carrying on and cavorting that you was doing with that lady don't count because Mel knew?
Hello, remember Ms Wanda said that? They were sister wives.
I mean, they were sister wives.
Because the thing that caught me, so we backtrack in just a week or whatever, but Ms Wanda asked her something about, were you friends with that girl? And then that's when Melody lost it and was like, I ain't doing this. I ain't got time for this. And walked out of the restaurant. So like it's some more to the story.
I don't know.
Cause I'm like, how were you like, so you was friends with your husband's mistress? What's the setup here?
I don't know. See? But wait, you done let Ms Wanda come in and populate your mind. Don't let Ms Wanda.
But here's the thing.
Do that to you. I had not heard that before Ms Wanda came up there and talked about that lady was friends with Mel.
Right, me neither. But the way that Mel,
you let Ms Wanda get in your head.
She did. Okay, she got me on that one because I was like, wait a minute, the math is not mathing here. 2 plus 2 is not 45. What is going on here? Like, I'm sorry. That part really threw me though, because I was like, damn, she really said that, you know, asked her a question about them being friends, and Melody so quickly answered it and then flipped out. I don't have time for this. After you told me
that's how Miss Wanda gets you though, because she will say something like it is truth and then leave you there like, wait, did that really happen?
Yeah,
or like maybe
it really
did happen. Because
so
she doesn't ask, but she doesn't ask the question like, oh, did you ever like meet her, or did you ever run into her? Do you know her? Do you know who she looked like? Was you friends with that girl? Mel, where did that come from? Where did that come from?
Because Mel was like, her exact answer was, no, I wasn't friends with her. After I found out she was sleeping with my husband, but she was friends with that girl.
I don't know. So I haven't heard. What? You know, I be all down to the YouTube watching videos and stuff. I haven't heard that one yet. But I'm just saying, Miss Wanda will act. She will speak it as if it was a fact and leave you there defending a lie that she probably made up or she heard from.
Right on the play. She is not defending a lie. I don't know this shit to be true, but it sounded a little believable. Okay.
I didn't take it like that, but anyway, all I'm saying is, you know.
We'll find out.
But that's not information that Mel would have volunteered. Like, that was because Miss Wanda asked the question in a very specific way. She asked the question, it's like,
hello, that's what
to get you.
Do. Come on, Cam,
right.
You know
No. That's what I was getting ready to say. She asked the question to get you to like accept the first part is automatically true. Like, it's almost like it's manipulative and it's very kind of, you know, maybe a little smart.
Aha, gotcha.
Yeah, because I would have, if the thing about me, I would have looked at her and been like, well, what are you talking about? Like, where did that come from?
Well, yeah, if it wasn't true.
So even if it was, I'm like, man, who are you? Why do you know that? Like, what are you talking about? I probably still would have just act like she was nuts, because she is. So, but the way she asks the questions, it gives you like a seed that is like, it is true. And now you are defending whatever she has said instead of her actually asking you if the thing is true. Listen, if that makes sense.
I hear you. She's a mess. Okay. I am not team Wanda. However, that little nugget that she gave us, and she slid that mug in there because not a lot of people caught it. Even with, like, you know how Funky and all of them be talking about,
yeah.
they recap the shows. The few of them that I have watched that recap the shows don't even mention that.
No, I heard
So
her
that's
say
why
it.
I'm like,
I heard her say it, but I didn't take it to mean that. Like, I feel like she was saying, like, why would I be friends with somebody who was messing with my husband? Like, why would I be friends with that type of person? That's what I took from it. I didn't take it to mean like
she legitimately was like, no, not after I found out she was messing with my husband. Or
yeah, but it didn't give me like they were friends before. It gave me like, no, I would not. Why would I do that after I found out she was messing with my husband? Why would we be friends?
I hear you.
And we you know, it's two different perspectives or whatever. But anyways, what else happened? I felt like that was pretty much it.
No, nothing. Destiny to take her child to her pappy house or the baby daddy.
Not pappy.
I keep forgetting that she has a boy, so excuse me. But like, yeah, going to take the baby down to the pappy house.
Oh no, not to pappy house.
I mean, you know, whatever. That's because that was her reason for her not being able to go to the function the same day that everybody else was arriving, which also leads me to feel like, does he not live in Huntsville? Because she was like, she got to drive to drop off the baby.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I'm like, what's going on there?
I mean, he was never really a part of the function, no way. So
he never was, but I still peeked between the blinds trying to find out what's happening. What's tea?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. It seemed like maybe they were leaving. To me, how I heard it is, it seemed like they were leaving like the day before or something, before the exchange, and she was like, she wanted to be there to be the one to actually drop him off, like instead of it being a friend or family member or whatever.
True. I feel that. All right, let's go on to the Housewives
of Potomac. So boring.
We always save them for the end. So.
Oh, it was so boring.
Are you
Housewives of Potomac?
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so Housewives of Potomac, what happened? Ashley.
that damn Karen trying to do the Surry County and damn Potomac. I was so weak. Because I'm like, baby, I have been to Surry County. Ain't shit in Surry County, okay? You got to take a ferry to get there, depending on where you are. So coming from my parents' house, because our old college friend used to live out there. So from mom and dad's house, I would have to take a ferry, which was like a 15 to 20 minute ride to get on Cross County.
Martava said when she went down that slide, I was like, man, what is happening here?
Going on? What is the reminiscence that's happening here? But yeah, so like coming through there legitimately was nothing but like the slaughterhouses for the hogs, and then you had the little ham shops, and it was like one street which is like 460 that everything was on. Everything else was like fucking farmland. So I'm like, like, girl, they don't I didn't see no like parks. So I don't know, ain't no down to the Trader Joe's, okay? That don't exist there. If they got Trader Joe's, I'd be shocked.
Martava said she called the store Trader Joe's, not Farmer Joe's.
I mean, she really did, and I was like, girl, ain't no damn Trader Joe's out there. You gotta drive at least a good hour plus to get to the closest Trader Joe's to them.
Yeah.
Girl, she took me out. I'm like, you could have at least been at the farmhouse, girl. This goddamn that.
Her face when the people asked her why she was filming in Potomac instead of Surry, she was kind of like, first draft?
The side eye, she just stopped and was like,
it was like caught.
And then the fact that they had oh my god, that damn lady with the shit on. It looked like she was on a safari. What is this called? The thing, the safari vest. She was directing her video. The white lady.
I saw her. I don't know what you're talking about though.
She looked like not Crocodile Dundee. What's the other man that was wrestling the crocodiles that died?
Oh, Crikey. He said Crikey. What's his name?
Oh my
Down,
God.
he was
Yes.
Australian, down under.
Yes, the down under Australian man with the shit on. That's what she looked like. And I was like, what is going on here?
Steve, wasn't it? Wasn't it Steve or something?
I don't think that's right, Ken.
That's like I got right there. I went too far.
I was like, I don't think that's right, Ken.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Now that I said it out loud.
Oh my God, but her face was just not reading your comment, Mark Davis. I'm late.
Oh
man.
Yeah.
That was a whole mess. Her sliding down the daggone the thing, and then she couldn't get the names of the people right. And then it was like
you couldn't even get down the slide right, child.
Yes, and then she couldn't get on the damn slide to begin with. Like her cousin had to make sure she was okay to get up there. I'm like, listen, you up there in age now, Karen. I love you, girl, but don't bust your ass because them bones.
Please don't break no bones
at this stage of life. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl,
you ain't gonna heal fast enough. Don't break no bones.
Bravo was all like, listen, we got insurance, but not for this type of foolery. Like, you doing too much. But no, like, she took me out though when she said that most people don't know that peanuts come in a hole, and I was like, who don't know that?
Right. I was like, ma'am, the whole entire Mr. Peanut was a hole.
Hello, and that's the peanut brand that most people buy is Mr. Peanut.
That's the ambassador.
Now, while I understand that all the grandmas and great aunties had the can with the Mr. Peanut, so the children that's after us, they probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Maybe.
However,
maybe. But he had a little top hat and the little kid.
Yeah, the children of today don't know. They have no idea. They've never seen Mr. Peanut and his little dancing stick in the commercials in the 90s. They don't know.
Oh, precious baby.
Oh my God.
What else happened? Dehjai was completely terrible. Continued to be terrible to Ashley. And then like what kind of low-key
they made up.
Kind of apologized, but not for real. It was like, no, I wasn't body shaming you. But how else is somebody supposed to take that you called them wide? like
girl, that don't make no sense.
Ain't but so many ways that could go.
She just didn't want to be accused of body shaming on TV.
She's awful. She is vile. And I'm just waiting for justice for Dehjai. Well, she kind of got her ass beat, so that was part of it. But hey,
but she didn't though. Not for real. Not the way she.
Well, she got tagged. She didn't really get beat like the way she should. It was very much sideways apology.
It really
was.
It really was.
So I was like, okay, girl, whatever. But she is vile. She is vile. Ugh. Don't enjoy her at all. Her or Ashley were vile.
Brunch. Was it a brunch or was it a lunch?
It was like a brunch, I think. A luncheon.
This whole say something nice about, whatever. I'm like, that's so high school, but okay, we're gonna go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
The back and forth between Gizelle and Karen, and when Gizelle finally was just like, what you said hurt me and my children. I don't know that I believe that. I don't think that Gizelle cared that much. And even though Dehjai was like, I ain't never heard this bitch not apologize, but I ain't never heard her say that she was hurt by it.
Yeah, she was hurt.
I almost feel like that was pulling on the dramatics because I don't think that she cared.
So wait, what was she apologizing about again?
So
talking about Jamal? Oh, the binder. The binder.
Gizelle wanted Karen to apologize to her about the Jamal thing. Yeah. Not necessarily about the binder, but because she had commentary asked, she basically had questions about this pseudo relationship as she was calling it.
Right.
And followed behind that came Monique with her binder.
Yeah. And so I feel like Karen really went in at the reunion also.
Yeah, but all she did was ask her questions about that relationship. She didn't accuse her of nothing. She didn't say anything vile. All the vile stuff came from Monique in the binder.
Yes, that I agree with.
You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, Karen was just like, so, like, is this a legitimate relationship? Like, are you all really together? Like, stuff like that Gizelle just wasn't willing to give an answer to. And so I feel like she might have said that, this relationship was non-existent and he lives in her phone. But that's that she said throughout the season.
Yeah. I can see how I don't know, because her kids ain't seem that pressed, to be honest, either.
They really didn't want them to be involved at all.
Did not. Yeah, well, if she said it, I'll take her at her word. But I tend to agree with you. It didn't seem like nobody really cared that much.
No. And especially
but again,
not her.
Giselle doesn't really show emotion to them like that. So I don't know. Maybe she meant it. I don't know. Never meant to.
I don't believe it. I feel like she just wanted to, I'm hurt too.
Yeah, I can see that. Because she's always in some mess, and she's always like, when it comes to being a husband. Yes. Exactly.
Oh, I missed one. Okay, hold on.
They say the man is trash when it comes to being a husband. Okay, yes.
I mean,
and
he is.
And he is.
Boyfriend, any of the sort. Mm-hmm. He is, we won't say it again this week, but if you watched last week, you know what I called him.
So, what else? Giselle, like, kind of sort of half apologized for the whole Ray thing.
Did she? Because I don't know that I feel like she was still, she was harping so hard on getting her apology, which is why she said something about, you know, her and her children being very hurt. And it seemed like, because Karen said that what Gizelle had said hurt her and her children, now Giselle's doing the same thing.
Okay, fair enough. Well, they agreed to set their differences aside, it seems, for 32 seconds.
Like a reset, whatever the hell that means. Y'all have reset so many times. It doesn't exist.
It means absolutely nothing. They are not resetting anything because they've not resolved anything, and they get off on sniping at each other. It is
at this point, that's a part of the brand for Potomac.
They enjoy it. It is the joy of their day to be able to get under each other's skin.
Hello.
So that's
something to say to each other. I mean, at least they need to be speaking to one another so that we can get the commentary.
Yes.
Because the past couple of episodes with them just, mums the word in each other isn't necessarily working out, even though the confessionals might be funny, but like the rest of it is just kind of like womp womp.
Yeah. Very dry. What else?
I don't think it was really a whole lot else. I know that Gizelle tried to address the beef with her and Wendy. I don't think that it got squashed there. I don't think that there was any more discussion because somebody else jumped in on the conversation and changed the trajectory of it.
Yeah. I think that was it. Anything else y'all want to talk about?
What other shows did we miss that you're watching, or any additional commentary about RHOP, Salt Lake City, or those good Huntsville folks?
While we're waiting, I want to say a few quick words to the good experts down to Married at First Sight. They have got to stop matching these people, these opposite attracts situations, because it's not going well. It's not going well. You have the fireman man, who, that's fine, but he's like got so much to say about this lady who makes a lot of money. Like, it seems like she's a consultant. And Myrla is difficult, I will say that, but Myrla has her own things, and Gil is like, oh, she has designer shoes, she has this, she has that, she's a princess, she's a this, she's a that, and I'm just like,
that's obnoxious.
That's obnoxious, and it sounds like you don't have it. And the last episode, they like compared their finances or whatever, and he was like, basically, he didn't have any money in the U.S. All his money is in Colombia, but it's really not even that much money. So Myrla was kind of like, so if we were going to buy a house together or something, you would be starting over from scratch. And he is like, yeah, basically. And she looked like, oh no. like she has, a nice savings or whatever, and has her money set to the side to if she wants to have a house, she can have one. So I don't know. They got to stop doing that, especially that financial differences. They got to stop doing that. And it seems like it's a big gap between the two.
Okay, so my question, to not having watched the show, but to the point, like the financial gap thing, when it's the other way around and it's the man who makes the most money and the woman is, you know, not necessarily financially stable, is it okay then to match them?
I don't.
Like, what are your thoughts on that? What everybody that's listening, what are y'all
thoughts? I think it could work either way, to be honest. But if you're going to match somebody who is not financially, like, they're not on the same page, they at least have to have either like the same philosophy about how to spend money, or they got to have, at least they have to be secure enough in the relationship that they're not going to try to make the other person feel bad about having money.
True.
Or at least be to the point of being like, okay, like, this is what I have, this is what I can bring to the table. And like, I might not be able to do all of this, but maybe we can figure something out, whatever. Like, it has to be that sort of energy, not like the broke person coming into the relationship, like, you got to do all this stuff different. It's like, why?
Right.
That made no sense. Why I'm doing all of that?
I hear you. So it sounds to me like what you're saying kind of relates to a conversation that we'll have live in a couple of weeks about wholeness and coming into a relationship whole, regardless of financial, you know, stability. If the two are not matched,
yeah,
being able to be comfortable in what you have and who you are and showing up with that as this is what it is that I bring to the table, and understanding and having, you know, like clear understanding that you may make more than I do, but I'm still an equal in this relationship.
Correct. And a lot of people
don't being able to understand that too. What did he say?
Marcy. Okay. Marcy said, "It broke people. It doesn't work. Don't match me with anybody broke." And I understand and concur. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just don't like the energy that he's giving her about, like, giving her a hard time about having nice things. And obviously I did background information, did a little background digging. Well, it was recommended to me by YouTube. And it seems that
it was recommended to me by YouTube.
Right. But it seems like he just started. Like, he just started his fireman journey. Before that, he was like a personal trainer or whatever else. So it seems like he's new in this career path, which is, you know, just starting or whatever. So yeah.
Girl. Well, I pray that they make it to the end.
I don't think
because it seems like most of the couples on this show, they don't ever seem to make it.
I don't think they're going to. And then there's the black couple, Michaela and what's his face, Zach, who I liked at first, but Michaela is crazy. Like, she basically, to make a long story short, she literally like blew up because, okay, he had COVID. And so when he moved back to Houston and into their joint apartment, like, they were kind of at a deficit. So it was like maybe a week later or something. And so he like fell asleep on the couch with his dog. And I guess at some point she had told him, I don't like being woken up. So when he went to go take his dog to daycare, he didn't wake her up and tell her that he was leaving. He just left. And she woke up and he wasn't there. And she lost it. This is their first night together. This is their first night in the apartment. She completely lost it. And moved out. She moved out.
Baby girl is a psycho.
She moved out of the apartment while he was gone with the dog. And then was like, I'm not doing this, what do you call it? This housewarming. I ain't doing none of that stuff. And he was like, I've dated this before and it's going to be a no for me. So they sat down with the experts and tried to like get it together. But Zach is halfway out the door, and he should be. I think he should run.
He sounds like a psycho. I would be like, you know, go with God, sis. Don't even worry about me. I'm good. Yeah,
she needs therapy. Apparently, she has some it seems like she has an abandonment complex from her dad passing away. But
that's so extreme. Somebody left,
extreme,
and then like just for the couple of hours, and then like you flip out,
and it was like. It was just so crazy the way she did it, because it was like, y'all don't even know each other. Like, this is an easy conversation, an easy fix of like, hey, I know I said I don't like to be woken up, but like, I like for you to be here. Like, just let me know that you're leaving. Or, I know I don't like to be woken up. Could you shoot me a text to let me know where you're going if you're going to leave before I'm awake?
But like,
Done.
this is the first night. Who the fuck finna do all of
It's
that?
the first night. Nobody knows what, like, nobody
I'm
knows,
not doing
like,
that.
what, yeah, like, nobody knows what your expectations are.
Not on
And
the first
nobody,
night. That's wild.
not on the first day. And you done already moved out. You done already thrown a tantrum. So anyways, it ain't gonna work. They're not gonna work out.
So I guess we'll be talking about Married at First Sight next week. I'm gonna
It's
catch up. I'm gonna try to make sure I catch up this week and put it on my little calendar of things to do.
They've also been matching. They've been matching politically incompatible couples as well.
That is high. That like politics, religion, and money can break up a relationship.
Yeah. So
Highly problematic.
last season, the politically mismatched couple, they stayed together on decision day, but they've since divorced. And this season, I think they're going to try to make it work, but I don't know how well it's going to go. We'll see.
That sounds like the thing that you had me watch on Amazon, Couples Therapy.
Yeah.
And the Puerto Rican woman, the Afro-Puerto Rican woman and the black guy, and how they had been married for like 12 plus years, but like when all of the rioting started to happen and the different, shootings and things that were coming out, her stance and belief on it, and having been a parent to black children, I was very astonished.
That was crazy too. That was really crazy.
Like, girl, what are you talking about? But I understand, as like having family that I'm from New Jersey, but having family that's still there and being around northern Afro-Puerto Rican or Afro-Latinx people, period. They identify by whatever their country of origin is from,
right.
and then they are black.
Right.
For some of them, not everybody. So I'm not speaking for everybody. I don't know that experience to be true, but like, for like the family and friends that I have that are who look like me, that's how they identify.
Yeah.
So.
And then there's like one other couple who I think, well, there's two other couples that I think are interesting. All the couples are interesting on their Married at First Sight this season. So Johnny and Bao is the Vietnamese couple, and Johnny has been on 100 first dates, and he's just like ready to throw the whole thing away over nothing. And over the fact that he's like, oh, she's like childish or something, which I was just like, what are you even talking about? And then the other one, Jose and Rachel, I think they have some financial incompatibilities as well, but I think they're going to work it out because he is really, really cheap. He is really, really cheap. And not just cheap, like he has the money, he just doesn't want to spend it. He's like, she's like, oh, I want to go to Europe. We're going to go to Europe. And he's like, no, don't you need a car? And she's like, okay. And we're still going to Europe. And he's like, no, you need to prioritize it. And I can't stand that. Like, it don't have to be either or for me.
You can do both.
You can do both. You figure out a way to do both. So, anyways, that's it.
Anything else from the comments section before we wrap this good reality recap up?
I think we're...
All right.
All right. We will be back next Monday, 6:30 ish. And we'll see y'all then. Follow us everywhere. Back in Carrie. Bye-bye.